Yikes! Hello, and today I want to take a look at my brand new Jun Lang JL-04C Micro Hawk, as I call it, that I picked up from GearBest very recently. Let's get it out of the package, shall we? Alright, let's try the other end then. There we go. Move this lot off. Here it is. It is this very small little tomahawk, or little hatchet, I guess you could call it. Let's get the this little sheath off of here. Little nylon sheath it comes with to protect both you and the blade. We'll have a look at that in a minute or two. So what do you think then, guys? This one is the, as I say, is the JL-04C, because it has this very nice black wash finish to it. You can also get it under the model number JL-04A, which is like all sort of silver, just the polished, I guess. Let's have a closer look at it, shall we? I've got to say, I really do like the design of this thing. Very nice. As you can see, it's got holes in it to lighten it, so it's not too heavy. We'll have a look how heavy it is. As I say, mine is in this very nice black wash finish, very similar to my black ice mini hawk. I call this one my micro hawk. Oops. It's got a paracord lanyard on it with this little pendant here. The pendant is going to be sent out randomly by GearBest. There's no telling which pendant you'll get on it. It could have a little skull on it, or it could be one like this, or it could be I don't know what else designs they do, but this is the one I got on mine anyway. As you can see, it's got this nice squared pattern to the lanyard. A few loose bits on the end there. Let's have a look at the other side of the thing. More or less the same. Let's have a close up of the logo. There we are. Jun Lang JL-04C for the black wash. Here is the blade. I like these grind lines on here, and this is a hollow grind, by the way. There's the cutting edge, which we'll be having a look at, giving it a go in a few moments time. And there's the very nice finish to it. It's even got some nice grind lines around the outside of it too, on the handle as well. Nice, I like that. Let's have a bit of a look at the pendant that comes with it. As I say, this will be supplied to you randomly. Right, let's take a look at a few dimensions of it, shall we? I got my tape measure out, this one here, and measured the length at 125 millimeters from the tip of the blade here to the end of the handle. It is 56 mil wide. That is from here to the cutting edge here. Speaking of which, the cutting edge is 69 millimeters long here, and the stock thickness of the thing is 3.1 millimeters. Let's pop it on the scales. That is 67 grams, or 2 3/8 of an ounce, if you like. The little sheath that you get with it is just nylon. Don't know what sort of nylon it is, doesn't really say. And it's a little pop fastener to secure it to the blade itself. I don't have much in the way of size comparisons for this little fellow, but here is my Black Ice Mini Hawk, as I call it. I've got a review out on this, and I'll put you a link to that review in the descriptive text below. This is my father's old axe from, I guess, from probably the 50s. As you can see, it completely dwarfs the Micro Hawk. Okay, so what is this thing like ergonomically then? Such a small little handle on it. That's probably why they've got this lanyard on here. Gives you something extra to get hold of. This is the tree chopping grip here. Help you hack down those trees you don't want in your garden or out in the woods or wherever you're working at the time. You can also choke up on it for finer cutting. You know, make a little feather stick. So we'll give that a go in a few minutes. Is there any hot spots on this? High spots, hot spots on this? Not really. Not like that, and not really like that. I mean, it's not a great deal you can get hold of because, as I say, 3.1mm thick. I think this might be your best grip, really. That's going to be your best grip on it. As you can see, I can just about get all 4 fingers on it in this mode, in choked up mode. Obviously, if you try it like this, then really I've only got about 2 fingers on it. Really, so you can just about get 4 on it in this mode. It's quite a solid thing. What kind of material is this made from? GearBest have it down as 3CR13 MOV. Right, and I suppose we really should get the, for a start at least, get the bits of bag in and see what we can chop up with it. Right ho. Let's have a look, shall we? As usual, here's some paper. Will it knock the corner off of it, do you suppose? Well, yeah, that is nice and sharp, actually. That's quite good. What about me hard to keep hold of cardboard, I wonder? What's it like doing that up? Yep. Do you know what it is? I think there's a load of glue in here or something. That's the problem in there. But it does actually chop cardboard quite nicely, as you can see. Now we've got rid of the glue. That's all right, isn't it? Chuck that over there. Try and get this rope out of here. There we go. This will be fun because it's quite wide, isn't it? But let's have a look. See if we can get a large enough loop going so we can try it. Alrighty, that'll do. Got quite a few strands together there. Apart from that bit, they'll have to just hang out there for a minute or two. Oops. Alright. How much of the blade? How much of the blade can we get in here? Actually, these points are quite sharp. I keep stabbing myself with them. Let's get the blade in there then. Oh wow, that was really that was very easy. That was exceptionally easy. Look, just to show you again. That's just a push, and it's a very easy push at that as well. Speaker wire, where is it? I'll just have to start on this new one for today then. Check the speaker wire, standard speaker wire, copper conductors in there. Yeah, wow, that was really, really easy. What's it going to be like with the thicker stuff, do you suppose? Let's have a look. If we can find the end of it. Here we are. This is 24 strands of 0.20 copper in here. Find that sharp point. Yep, very nice. Let's move on to this very heavy duty this very heavy duty package strap in here. It's quite thick stuff. Let's have a look so we can oh yeah, it's knocking the corners off nicely. So what's it going to be like for chopping it in half then? I can imagine you taking this to work to chop packaging up with. Be quite good, wouldn't it? Right. Yeah, that was good. Right, some large zip tie offcuts here. Minding the nice sharp edges in here, on here. Yep, takes that off nicely. It's folded over so we can get the blade in. The blade, the cutting edge in. Well, I suppose it is a blade, isn't it? One started it, look, it's almost through it. There we go. Alrighty, so I suppose we ought to be getting the chopping block in. I think just to be different this time, we'll try some of that package strapping, shall we? Just roll the belly through it. Will it do it? I think it is. Let's give it a go. So look what it's done to it. It's sort of cut through it. Ouch, there's that nice sharp point again. Here we go. So look at this so-called rope stuff. Yeah, look at that. The wire. Speaker style wire. Pings that about a little bit, doesn't it? Speaking of pinging, let's try this PTFE pipe or tubing. Oh yeah. Glides through it quite nicely. There it goes around the room. Okay, what about Link's seat belt? Let's give it a go then. I think if you're sending this in Link. Right, see how many chops it takes to get through this then. Well, 3. Now I'd imagine the point on this thing is very sharp and pointy, and will just about, yes it does, glides in there quite nicely. Oh dear, let's put that back again. Get it in there, minding me fingers. It's not that penetrating, but it certainly wants to cut it that way, look. Better be careful I don't take the tips of my fingers off with it. But there we are. So it's nice and sharp. I wonder if it's taking the edge off the blade there. I don't think it has actually. None of our tests have. No. That's good. I think we ought to take it down into the workshop and see what we can chop up with it wood-wise. Okay then, so welcome to the workshop again. I'll just take the, I'll pop this little sheath on while I was bringing it down, because there's these nice sharp corners here. Right then, as you can see, I've tried feather sticking this before, and that's when I used the Black Ice Mini Hawk. We'll try exactly the same thing with the Micro Hawk. See what it'll do. I suppose it'll, yes, it's pretty good at chopping the wood up. What about, how controllable is it for making feather sticks, do you suppose? Well, it's not too bad actually. It's quite quite good. I think you could use it in you know, if you had to. It's not too bad at all. Quite good. I think it's done quite a good job on the feathering there. Okay, I think we better get a bit ridiculous for a moment here. Here is this rather nasty chunk of wood that I hacked about with the Black Ice Mini Hawk, my review of it. So as I say, this is not really designed for chopping trees down or anything like that there, but we'll give it a go and see what it can do on this particularly horrible piece of wood here. Let's have a look, shall we? If I can get it to stay where I want it. Tell you what we don't want to be doing is chopping the paracord right in. Or do I particularly want to be chopping up my workbench either? Right in, so give it another go. It's a job to hold. Right, let's get out the, there we are. As I say, this is a completely ridiculous test. But as you can see, it's let's try it like this. Difficult. It's more of a you know, slicer really than a chopper. But this is a really horrible piece of wood. Yeah. There we go. You can't really you certainly haven't got the swing for it. Completely ludicrous test here. Oh, I think that'll do. It was difficult, but we managed to chop the corner off. As I say, it's not really designed for this at all. Here's a close-up of the chopping area. As I say, it's a particularly nasty bit of wood, this. Right, throughout my test I kept brushing up against these sharp corners on the cutting edge here, those little corners, and it finally got me, look. So we got a bit of leakage there. I don't know how long that cut is. I'll have to go and clean it up, I think, then we'll have a look. Okay, so here we are after the clean. It's quite a cut, look. It's doesn't want to stop bleeding just yet. So I think what we'll have to do is just carry on regardless, I think. Oh. Okay, so here we are back at the test bench again, and we're still bleeding. Good grief! I take these. You're gonna have to watch out, guys, when you're handling this thing, because these corners here are like really sharp. They really are. I mean, I only brushed against this one here with it. Just a little gentle brushing, just caught it, and that's it. I mean, look at it. It's still going. It's not showing any signs of stopping just yet. That's for sure. God, I'm in a right mess. Look. Blood all over the place. Okay, so did all this extra hard work in the workshop take the edge off this blade? Let's have a look. Ever so slightly, possibly. My technique is not very good at this. But it might have just taking the edge off it a little bit. Right then. So what do you think of the Jun Lang JL-04C? As I say, you can get it in a silver, just, you know, the ordinary stainless finish. That is the JL-04A. I purchased mine from GearBest. I think, what are they at the moment? £3 and something? It's a ridiculous price, really, for what it is. I quite like it, actually. It's a bit of a job to keep hold of. It's very good at chopping fingers. It's not really designed for chopping anything. It's more of a sort of a stylish knife more than anything, I think, to be honest with you. It's very good at what it does that way, but, you know, chopping bigger stuff, well, you know, I was getting a bit ridiculous down in the workshop. But I like to push my kit during my reviews as far as I can, just to see what they will or won't do. You know, it makes it a little more interesting, doesn't it? Alright, so if you've got any questions or comments on this little fellow, please leave them below and I'll take a look, try to get back to you. If you do purchase one, please be careful of these nice sharp corners here. We don't want any more accidents, thank you very much. Okay, so you can subscribe if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to click this little bell here. It gives you the option of receiving updates as to when I publish videos. Just like you guys have got you know, a notification this one was put up. You can follow me on Instagram too. That's where I put all the new kit as I get it. You can also help the channel out by subscribing to me on Patreon. You can also help my channel by purchasing one of these from, that was my phone. Shut up, phone. You can also help my channel by purchasing one of these via my affiliate links down below. I should put affiliate links for the blackwash and the silver one. I've also got a special GearBest link down there as well. If you click on that link and go along to GearBest and purchase, I think via that link, you're also helping the channel. That's the best way to help the channel as well. Thank you very much. Alright then guys, I do hope you've enjoyed this this little review. I quite like this little thing actually. Certainly different, isn't it? Hope you enjoyed it, and well, thank you very much for watching guys. Thanks for coming over. You know, thanks for coming down into the rather dangerous workshop area with me, and I'll catch you here again in the near future, I'm sure. Okay then guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your support, and I will catch you perhaps a little bit more safer next time back here at Rathbone Manor. Catch you later guys.
Ruff.